on Behind the B, David Pastrnak had a bit of a moment in the locker room after the first period of that Game 4 against the Sabres, where they immediately went down 4-0 in that playoff game. Here was David Pastrnak flipping out in the locker room.
Embarrassing! We f***ing talked about it! It's a f***ing afternoon game! Gotta be ready! No, we f***ing show up! We lose every f***ing battle! Boom! 3-0! 2 mistakes! We get a f***ing out battle! Outskate everything! Guys f***ing playing without MCL! And this is how we f***ing show up! Embarrassing, boys! Take it f***ing up! Damn it!
I think this is a form of David Pastrnak I have never seen before in my life. I didn't even know it really existed. Like, I felt like he was more of a Manny character than a true real leader. And maybe he is. Like, maybe he's the leader that I just never knew he was. Maybe that's one of the reasons there was friction between him and Brad Marchand last year, because David Pastrnak felt that the team needed to be led a specific way, and it wasn't getting done that way. And so I find it even more odd that they didn't just name him the captain. If this is the David Pastrnak you're getting in the locker room, why didn't they name him captain at the beginning of the year last year?
Great question. I love that from David Pastrnak, and I don't think it's something that he just suddenly started doing this series. Like, I imagine that's the way he has been for quite some time. And you're right. Why not? He's the guy who should and very well could be the captain of this hockey team.
And it made sense when you hear that, and then you heard his comments a little right after the season talking about how he's only sniffed one Stanley Cup, and he learned all these things from guys like Patrice Bergeron and Zdeno Chara. And it's like, oh, maybe he was actually paying attention. Maybe he does want to lead the same way those guys led and wants to be this kind of vocal inspirer and kind of rise to that next level. And it's a side of Pastrnak, because I'm not in the locker room every day, I never knew, and I would love to see more of. Like, I think this is a good look for Pastrnak and a bad look for the rest of the team.
Reminds me a little bit, Curtis, of how Ken responded when somebody broke COVID protocols during the pandemic.
Identical, actually.
Yes.
I would say Pasta was more tame.
Yeah. I wonder if he's feeling it. If he's like, God, this team is stuck in purgatory because of those comments, Shime, that he gave last week, where he was like, I'm almost 30 and I've only sniffed the Stanley Cup playoffs, like the final, once. And now, like, I'm stuck in this situation where you got the Jacobses basically saying, we're going to get back on the road to possibly competing for a championship next time, like in the next couple years. I hope it leads to him being somebody who, like, not only holds other guys accountable, but maybe even on the ice with the way that his game is with his turnovers, giving the puck away, that he's a little bit different that way.
Well, it's such a waste of talent. Like, when you see it in all sports, like, you know, you see players and you go, man, that player there is just going to rot away. He'll be a great player, but his team will never be competitive enough, or they might be competitive, but they're not good enough to win a championship. And now you're going to be one of these great players who has a great career, and you're going, they didn't do enough around them. And Pasta's probably, like to Mego's point, is feeling that. And maybe he's one of those players who go, you know what, I want more than for this for my career, where there are some guys that you go, why don't they, like, you know, a guy like Myles Garrett, for example. You go, why would you continue to re-sign with the Cleveland Browns? And I know you're going to make money no matter where you go, but don't you want to get out of there and try to land someplace?
And they pull him over like every week. You think he'd want to go somewhere else.
And so maybe Pasta's like at that point where it's like, yeah, we'll make the postseason, but we're never going to be good enough to get to a Stanley Cup Finals.